you're ready to adopt a dog, you want to start with your local shelter. Here are some things that I would recommend you consider doing before you go in through those doors. First one is, think about what you picture when you picture your ideal dog or a well-behaved dog. What are the behaviors that the dog exhibits? Do they sit on command? Are they calm? Do they walk nicely on a leash? What is it that when you meet a dog, you go, wow, that was a really great dog? And also make a list of attributes. Who do you need your dog to be? Do they need to be good with small children? Do they need to be okay with apartment living? Are you really active that wants a dog that's going to be their partner in crime, really think about not the aesthetics, what the dog looks like. That's a tough one. I get it. But you can fall in love with the looks of a dog if it has the right temperament for you and you're able to make that connection. It's a lot like attraction between humans. It's what you think is what your ideal is really isn't. There's a song that talks about, he had this perfect woman pictured, all growing up, and then the woman he marries is the opposite. So it's one of those things where think about what's important to you. What are you looking for in a companion dog? Keep that list, take it with you, okay? And don't put at least 3 items on there for each one: list of attributes and list of personality traits or behaviors. Stick to that list. And it's not easy because you want to get a dog right now. We all do. But you want the right dog, because really it's extremely emotionally difficult if you rush this process and bring home a dog that isn't right for you or your family. It's heartbreaking when you realize it's not going to work. So don't go into the shelter looking for a dog that looks or acts the way your beloved pet when you were growing up, resembles. They'll never live up to that memory. And the other thing is, the memory that you have of your dog is most likely very tinted in rose. It's so easy to forget the frustrations of getting the dog adjusted, getting them trained, getting them to be where they were that perfect dog. So keep your list with you. Now, when you go to the shelter, and I would actually say, try to call ahead. And I know a lot of them have the automated voice recordings and you can't get a live person, but maybe just stop in and say, hey, I want to come I want to come look at the dogs, see if I can find the right dog for me. I'm looking for fairly specific, and when would be a good time to come in where you're not inundated with other people looking? So I'd stay away from holidays, weekends. Really recommend avoiding the clear the shelter days. I know that's not the right thing to say, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make room for all the dogs that need to come in. And that means that the chances of you not getting the full story about a dog's background, if it's known, or behaviors, I would just try to find a slow day and go in then. Don't be in a rush for this. When you go in, when they, if they'll listen, go through your list. Hopefully what they'll do is say, okay, I've got a few dogs I think will fit. Walking the gauntlet in the shelter is a really bad idea, in my opinion. And the reason is, it's emotionally draining. You lose sight of what you're looking for, because no matter how hard the shelter employees and volunteers try, they keep it clean and try to keep it. The dogs are just, you look at them, you just want to take them all home. So if it's something that they are willing to do, ask them to bring dogs that they feel would fit what you're looking for to you. If they do that, you bring a dog, ask about their bite history. Say, is there any known documented bite or attack? So you're asking them specifically. And when I say documented, that means medical attention was needed. ACO was involved. Okay, there's documentation, not hearsay of the owners coming in and saying, well, the dog bit me. You do want to know that, but a lot of times people aren't very honest when they're bringing in dogs. But if there's a documented history, especially if you're in a no-kill shelter, really watch that. No-kill shelter, dogs that have significant bite histories are adopted out, as far as I understand. So make sure you ask about that. They may not know. Again, a lot of dogs are picked up as strays. They have no idea what the dog's history is. But if they don't, say, okay, has the dog bit or tried to bite anyone here while the dog's been in the shelter? There's lots of ways you can ask to try to get clear answers. Then you want to ask, has this dog been through any form of temperament testing or behavior evaluation? And if they say yes, say, okay, what was covered? What were the results? Where was it done? Who was it done by? And the context is what's important, just like with the dog bite. Because if a temperament test or eval was done on the day the dog arrived at the shelter by anyone, it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless, because the dog was most likely shut down or over threshold, overstimulated, overexcited because of the stress. So if the dog was given one later, it has more validity to it. Ask what attributes were noted, because anytime a dog is put into a system, if they're using one of the main systems, Shelter Love, Pet Finder, the different ones, it's almost like when you have to put in for a used car, where I hate comparing them, but they will list good with children, good with this, good with that, not tested, and take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, the way a dog behaves in any environment is not the same they will behave in another environment or with another person or in another situation. There is no way for anyone to absolutely guarantee a dog's behavior or reaction in any different situation than what they've already observed. I hope that helps, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to keep putting these out.